Hi everyone, thanks for joining today. My name is Mitro, and today we're going to discuss how to control any and all future actions without digging into sugar data. Let me say a few words about the company. Integris was founded in year 2002, and from year 2008 we make work in sugar CRM faster, more convenient and efficient. We performed more than 150 CRM projects for more than 70 customers from 10 countries. We are a sugar partner. We do business consulting. We implement CRM. We are the vendor of the number of sugar add-ons. Also, we make custom modules. We develop these modules. We have an experience in sugar performance tuning. We perform sugar upgrade services, and also, of course, we support and maintain CRM system of our customers. Today, I'm excited to present an approach which sugar users may benefit from. The any and all monitoring of the future actions, whether they are planned or postponed. While developing relationships with customers and prospects, we manage numerous future actions and milestones. Usually, those are not just the dates of the call, meeting, or task. Each and any of the significant dates should be tracked correspondingly to increase customer experience and achieve the CRM goals. At the same time, altogether, they form an overall picture of the future actions, a kind of roadmap to be considered while preparing to the very next contact. Let's have a look how Integris would suggest to overcome the challenge of managing future actions in Sugar platform or with any and all overview approach. Let me switch to Sugar. That is the regular Sugar demo environment. Me and my friend Jim, who's a character of the demo environment, we both are looking at underwater mining account inside the CRM. On the right side, there is the regular Sugar dashboard, and I would like to employ one more dashlet of need to do here. Let's make it. Overview the future and add the dashlet. I need to do dashlet. I would set the number of rows and also set up the size of the dashlet just to fit the size of my monitor, just to get the best of it. Okay, so this is how I get an overview in a glance of all the future milestones, all the actions that matter in a single feed of the future events. Red, green, and blue. These colors help me to focus on overdue, on the current, and on the future activities correspondingly, and I can apply filter in a click just to select them. From this perspective, I can manage not only the tasks that have due date, like this one, but also start date time of the events that matter, like the scheduled meeting, and differentiate high priority from others in future feed, but also to realize key information regarding to do in a glance and even to get details like this meeting location. In addition to managing milestones and key dates that matter, the challenge which is solved here is that the future actions, they are usually related to different records inside CRM. So, for example, the tasks could be related to the support cases, expected close dates, like this one, expected close dates, they are related, they are defined for revenue line item records. Validity dates validity dates, they are attributes of the quotes. So what is needed to do perspective? What helps me to what enables to me the current state of the future actions here? This need to do perspective, because from this context of the account, I'm able to target on the specified close dates, which are related to the revenue line items, and that help me to react on time on that, and consequently to increase the quality of the sales funnel. And with the same approach, I overview the quote expiry dates that, and I can conjoin this with the phone call to the same company, and can join it with a call regarding the delivery confirmation here. I can even add the custom fields for the opportunity and set the date of getting back to the opportunity avoiding bothering the account. So all these events I can have here, future events can have here on the need to do feed. All of the events are targeted to the subject of the overview, which is currently the account underwater mining record. So you can see here the underwater mining record as a target for each of these future activity. Any of the targets the event is represented for is reachable via link directly from the feed. Whether it be each of the meeting participants like here, or meeting details, or the revenue line item for which we plan to change the estimated close date so we can reach it directly from here. The same approach works for the list of records. So if you talk about the portfolio, if you're focused on portfolio, okay, I will save this dashboard. Fine. If you're focused on the portfolio, the same approach of the applying of need to do dashlet works for the portfolio. So I'm just switching to the portfolio, and it helps to save my time where there is dashlet, because when I switch to the particular portfolio, like my accounts, this dashlet shows me the future activities that matter for this portfolio of accounts, that save a lot of time when planning a day. So obviously, the same approach of selecting the module and then selecting the portfolio works for other modules like leads, like quotes, and so on. So you're focusing on the events, future events that matter in the context of this portfolio, and you can make it in seconds. When we talk about managers and managers' perspective, the managers of the different levels can leverage, can get the best of this overview on their dashboards. So let's switch to the manager's monitor. So we use the dashlet on the dashboard, which is selects the future activities regarding my teammates. So here I have all the future dates, all the future events I have to track within my field of responsibility as a sales manager, and I can directly navigate to the records from here, and also I'm able to collaborate with my teammates from here regarding these future events. And of course, all the events that forms this future feed, they are an element inside the CRM system, and you can apply the regular reporting engine to get reports and an overview of those future activities. That helps me to understand what are the future activities of my managers, regardless of whether they are related to the tasks, regular task meeting calls, or I have some key dates, some significant dates inside the CRM that are important in terms of customer experience and should be tracked by the managers using the need to do feed. And since that is the regular reporting engine, I can directly from here to get to make it drill down to get the details. For example, this opportunity expected close date. With a click, I just see there the information regarding the opportunity expected close date that should be changed. And from this perspective, I can dig into details and have a look at the particular records. So that is how, in a glance, the manager, with the manager's monitor, is aware of the future activities had to be performed with the customers and the prospects, and that is information that is that should be performed. Activities should be performed by the teammates. But when you talk about the personal monitor, we can set up another dashboard that helps to focus on those activities that matter for me as for the sales representative. And for this perspective, see there the future activities directly from here, and I can configure this dashboard, of course, by selecting the particular types of these activities and filter them here on the dashboard, focus on those activities, future activities I would like to focus on now. And on the right side, there is the statistics regarding the activities. That is quite similar to the statistics that can be represented on the manager's dashboard. However, this one is built for my personal purpose. So here I'm focusing on those events, future events that matter for me as for the sales representative. And I can plan my future work and not to forget to do the important stuff and to increase the experience of my customers using that. What about the configuration of those future events collecting? As a matter of fact, any Sugar admin is able to configure collection of the events, both to set up a list of events and also to set up the visualization templates, to set up data collected. The data should be collected into those templates and set up the criteria. Here is the example of the list of these events. So admin is able to extend this list. I will open one of them just to show how it works. So here is the revenue line item close date review. And here is the description of this need to do event. So you can set up your own icon for that. You select the module and the date you would like to control with this event, need to do event. And also you select the criteria that specifies for which records to generate this need to do event, and also select the targets for relating these events for. Those are the links you observed on your dashboard, and you're able to navigate through them to the corresponding records. And also you define the template and the characteristics you would like to merge with this in this template. That is how you defined the visualization of the future event. Now I will show you how this template looks like. Here is the template. So you just define the structure of this template and also add the characteristic to merge this template. So thanks to the visual designer here, You can select the color, you can bold some data that is important for you, and as a result, you get the events collected like they're collected here on the dashboard. So the only stuff you have to do when working with this event, when you define the object module, the control date, the criteria for generating this need to do events, and also set up the information regarding the targets. All you need is just to enable it, and system will automatically collect it. And by the way, here is, if you see here, that is a kind of notification regarding the upcoming to-do event. I'm a person who is notified about that. By the way, I will show you how it's configured. That is the description of the need to do event. In the notification page, I said if to notify the person who is responsible for this future event about upcoming event, and if to notify it in advance of 3 days or maybe other period. And also I specified the other person I would like to notify it in addition to the person who is responsible for that. And can make it here. And when I configure this to-do event, it is automatically collected inside the CRM using the regular scheduler job. And as a result, I get the data that I can use in the dashlets just to focus on the future events. And when I'm just changing the value of the date, for example, the date that is suggested or considered as overdue date, the system automatically will recalculate and change the need to do event accordingly, postponing the control of this date onto the next period. In case the need to do event, in case I made changes, that is, for example, I'm closing the meeting, or I'm changing the values of that makes my event to go out of the collecting of need to do events, so it will disappear from this list of future activities, so we can treat them as completed future event. So as you can see, need to do viewer helps to configure the monitoring of the base activities, but in addition to that, it helps to configure also to generate your own need to do activities for the custom objects and custom fields. So what you get with this add-on, you get the awareness, because all the planned events they are represented in one serial stream. And of course, you get the time saving, because instead of digging into numerous sub-panels, digging into checking the dates, you just get the quick access to all the related actions without this digging. And as I showed you, you get flexibility, because you can configure your own events, your own need to do events for the custom modules, for the custom fields, as well as for the regular one, and you can make it without any programming. The price for need to do viewer, which is the add-on I'm talking about today, is just €6 per month per user. And in spite of the fact that Need-to-Do Viewer, a kind of self-sufficient add-on, it is the part of event management suite that is also includes the Timeline Viewer, which is for managing the key events, historical key events. The price for event management suite is €9.50 monthly, which is, we can compare with 30-40 minutes that users should spend daily on CRM data digging. Need-to-Do Viewer add-on will be available starting March 1st of March. But for those who pre-order it before February 15, will get 50% discount. Now I would be happy to answer your questions, if any. Let me check the questions. Okay, I have one. How does this complement or overlap the Timeline Viewer? Thank you very much for this question. As a matter of fact, it just builds the 360-degree view, because Timeline Viewer, it shows the historical activities that are important, that are valuable. So that is retrospective. In addition to that, Need-to-Do Viewer, it is perspective. It shows the future activities that should be performed with the customers, with the prospects. So that is how you get the full 360-degree view, because for the future activities, for the future actions, you have Need-to-Do Viewer. You can use Need-to-Do Viewer for tracking the key events, historical key events, for analyzing them prior making next steps. You can use Timeline Viewer. Any other questions? Yes. Didn't get the pricing, either a combined price with Timeline Viewer. Need-to-Do Viewer, the price of the Need-to-Do Viewer is €6 per month per user, but it could be combined into Event Management Suite with a Timeline Viewer. In this case, for the Event Management Suite, the price for the Event Management Suite is €9.50. So those are two different add-ons. However, if you combine them, you will get the full 360-degree view. No questions, Dmitro, thanks. I will check chat as well. No chat. Okay. Is there any other questions? Yes, I see. Is it possible to become more information about new features in Sugar CRM? This session is about managing the Need-to-Do events inside Sugar. That functionality is not out of the box inside Sugar. That is provided with Sugar add-on of Need-to-Do Viewer. If you'd like to know information about the Sugar CRM itself, I would be happy to answer your questions after the session. Please drop me a line, or find me. Please reach me with the email, and I will be happy to answer your questions about the Sugar CRM itself. Okay. Okay, email campaigns. Sorry, I didn't get the question about the campaigns. Would you please reach me after the session, just to clarify what you're asking about? Can it track marketing efforts from Marketo? If you have a kind of integration with Marketo, so the key events that happens inside the marketing channel can be collected inside CRM, but that is the key events which are historical ones. That is more about the past, and I would say that consider using Timeline Viewer for that. Today's session is about the future, about the new actions. Okay, I can't see any more questions so far. Thank you very much. If you have any other questions, you're welcome to reach me via the email, and you can always rely on our help. Thank you very much, and goodbye.